fresh I am. I still have Vaseline on me, you know.
You ready?
Yeah.
What's your name? Lydia Daydal, Fight Connect TV. We're backstage here at Octagon in Birmingham. I'm delighted to be joined by a fellow countryman, Mr. DENIS FRIMPONG, a victorious DENIS FRIMPONG. How are we feeling after that?
Feel pretty fresh. The adrenaline's starting to wear off a little bit. I'm not going to lie, my shins are starting to hurt from slapping him off his head. But yeah, proud to represent the tricolour once again. And yeah, we are again fighting in the UK. Third Octagon show in the UK I fought on. We need to get an Irish show, don't we?
We really do need to get an Irish show. We'll get to the Irish show, right? We'll put that in our future projections. But let's talk about that fight, because Callum is, listen, that was a great fight for anyone who tuned in to watch that.
Yeah, he's a top prospect, isn't he? 6-2. He's only lost to two really experienced guys, you know, much more experienced than I am. As I said in the lead up to the fight, he's been 3 fights pro before I even made my amateur debut. I think you remember when I made my amateur debut, I was still fighting out of DCA, you know, a Muay Thai gym. I wasn't even training MMA, so yeah, I think I've just shown how far I've come in that short amount of time, how talented I am, and how far I can go as I keep going.
Look, absolutely, that is something that we need to touch on, because obviously there is the whole showmanship side of DENIS FRIMPONG, the menace, which is great for the cameras. You see here, I had to wait my turn to get a word with you. But also behind that is a man who's completely dedicated to his craft, has always had the mindset of, I know where I'm going, I know what I need to do. We've seen that, you're testament to it. So, you know, for anyone younger maybe watching that sees the kind of flash and all the talk that's online, there is hard work behind it all that has to go into it.
100%. You can't just, like, I couldn't just come out here and start chatting shit about everyone, calling everyone out, being all flashy, having rappers walk me out and stuff, unless I've put the groundwork in that I know I can back it up. Because like that's what makes me confident. My confidence comes from how much time I spend in the gym, how hard I work, how smart I work, and how dedicated I am to the craft. I don't have a life outside of this, you know. I don't have a bird. I'm 29. Like, I'd like to have a bird, you know. I'd like to get a wife and that, have kids, but I honestly don't have the time. You know what I mean? Until I make it to a certain point, I do not have the time to be doing all that. And that's what gives me my confidence, you know. That's why I know that I can beat anyone in the world on my day.
And that is when fighters say, I sacrifice to do this as a career. These are part of the sacrifices.
Yeah, 100%. And it's not just, you know, it's your social life. It's like, it's money, you know what I mean? Any bit of money I have, I put back into it. I'm not buying all flashy Gucci jackets and nice trainers, you know. All the clothes I get for free off like Octagon and Clayton sponsors and stuff like that, you know what I mean? So yeah, like it's everyone thinks it's all fun and games. I get to fight in front of the cameras. I'm on Channel 4, all this kind of stuff, doing interviews with the famous Lydia Daydal. But at the end of the day, I'm skint. You should see my bank balance. You'd actually cry.
Well, that makes 2 of us, so we're in it together. But listen, let's talk about that future projection of Octagon coming to Ireland, because we know that Irish fight fans are the best in the world. We have to say that, right? But there really is, especially in around the 3 Arena, the RDS, there's a huge atmosphere, and people are crying out for big production MMA shows. How amazing would that be for you and the lads to get back to Ireland with Octagon?
Yeah, 100%. I think Will made a comment about Octagon brought a high-level Irish fighter into Octagon for them to get to Ireland. I think there's another reason they brought Will Fleury into Octagon. You know, he trains at a certain gym, run by a certain man who has certain fingers in certain pies about getting into the Dublin show, which is fair enough. I rate that, you know. I'm not arsed about all the politics side of things. If they get to come back to my hometown and I get a big crowd behind me, you know, and finally not get booed by a load of Union Jack wearing scumbags, then yeah, that's all good to go. But like you said, the RDS, the SEC Arena, the 3 Arena, whatever it is, we can do any of them, and I'll finally have a home crowd behind me. I have the walkout planned and all already, and yeah, as you said, Irish fight fans and sports fans in general are the best in the world. There's not going to be an empty arena if there's 5 to 6 Irish fighters on the card. We know that.
Absolutely. Well, listen, we'll leave it there. You're after having a busy night. So good to see you.
Thank you.
Delighted to be here in Birmingham and get a chance to talk to you. And well done. You're doing us really proud. We're delighted for you. DENIS FRIMPONG for Fight Connect TV. Just 2 seconds.